And we are back. Power Rankings Week 14 edition. Let's quickly get started. At number 32, staying the same, we got the 1-11, now eliminated from the playoffs, Carolina Panthers. I mean, this team has nothing going for them. They at least kept it competitive, 21-18 to the Buccaneers. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. And I would not be surprised if this team did not win another game this season. So, that's personally my opinion on them. 31, we have the Patriots. They're going to be going down a spot. How do you lose 6-0? Just how? I mean, it was against the Chargers. Great job that you allowed the Chargers to only score 6 points, but you lost by allowing 6 points. In 2023, I mean, this is horrific if you're the Patriots. Great news is, however, you do, now that the Cardinals won, have ownership of the second overall pick. So, yeah. At number 30, we have the Commanders. They're going to be going down a spot. I mean, this team also has looked pretty bad. They lose yet another one, this time to the Dolphins, like 38-10, 38-15, something like that. I'm not quite sure. 45-15, yeah. That's bad. I mean, how? I understand, like, it's the Dolphins, but the fact that, like, you're struggling is, like, actually, like, scaring me. Because Sam Howell looks fantastic, and his potential is just being held back, it feels like. At number 29, we have the Cardinals. They're going to be going up 2 spots. They managed to beat the Steelers 28-14. Or, 24-10, something like that. Yeah, 24-10. So, congrats. I mean, you guys technically aren't out of the playoffs yet. James Conner, by the way, looked absolutely amazing in that game. I just want to put that out there. Great job by James Conner. He actually balled out. 28, we have the Giants. They're going to be staying the same. They had a bye week. 27, we have the Jets. They're going to be staying the same. They ended up losing 13-8 to the Falcons. Another one. You allow 13 points and you lose. That's not good. I mean, this team finds a way to shock me week in, week out. People thought, even with Zach Wilson, they'd have a chance. With how high-powered of a team they have not looked good, even to the point where Zach Wilson doesn't want to start, to where Robert Saleh legit doesn't like Zach Wilson. I mean, this Jets team's a mess right now. Number 26, we have the Titans. They're going to be staying the same. They gave India one hell of a run for that game. I mean, what was it? 34-31, 31-28? 31-28. I mean, that is an amazing game. Both teams wanted that game, and it sucks that, one of them had to lose, but I hate to say it, Titans are the better option because everyone's a Colts fan right now. I mean, they're the underdogs of the league, legit. 25, we have the Bears. They're going to be staying the same. They had a bye week. 24, we have the Buccaneers. They're going to be staying the same. They beat the Panthers 21-18. Congrats to Mike Evans, by the way. 10th straight 1,000-yard season. Granted, he only has like 1,005, so like it's not guaranteed. He could have like -5. Obviously, it's Mike Evans. He's not going to, but yeah. And I feel like with that win, the Buccaneers definitely have a chance. With the Falcons, they have the tiebreaker over the Saints at the moment. I mean, don't count this Buccaneers team out. 23, we have the Saints, speaking of, going down 2 spots. They ended up losing yet another game. This time, they lost to the want to say it was the Falcons, but I know it wasn't. The Lions, 33-28. I mean, they were down 21-0 at one point, so they did their best, but at the same time, they didn't come back and win. So now you're just making that road to the playoffs a little bit harder for yourselves, but you can still do it. 22 out of the Raiders are saying the same. They had a bye week. 21 Falcons, we talked about. They beat the Jets 13-8 or something like that. Horrific game. There's nothing to talk about with them. Number 20, we have the Rams. They're going to be going up 3 spots. Oh, speaking of Falcons, they're going down a spot. I forgot to mention. Or they're staying the same. Wait. Hold on. No. They are going down a spot. The Raiders are staying the same. At number 19, we have the Rams going up 3 spots. They end up beating someone. Jeez, I am so unprepared right now. It is unbelievable. They beat someone. They beat the Browns. That's who it was. They beat the Browns 30-19, and that was a pretty good game by the Rams. Also, giving them a very good scenario where they have almost complete control over their destiny. Where if they went out, they made the playoffs. They're gonna need, I believe, one of Minnesota or Green Bay to lose a game, but I mean that's legit going to happen. So they control their destiny, actually. If they went out, they're in. At number 19, we had the Chargers. They're going to be going nowhere. They stay the same. Crazy what happens when you win 6-0 and you don't move. Bad team, bro. Number 18, we had the Packers. They're going to be staying the same. This feels a bit mean. I mean, this is my favorite team. They pull off back-to-back, like, upsets. But I just am not quite there yet with this team. I don't know if they're really good or they're just getting lucky. And I feel like a big tell is going to be this final little stretch where they have one team with a 500 record, and that is still potential to change. And that's like a fair game to count because it's the Vikings. It's a division game. You know it's going to be a tough one. So, yeah, and speaking of number 17, we have the Vikings. They're staying the same. They had a bye week. 16, we have the Steelers. They're going to be going down a spot. They end up losing 24-10 to the Cardinals. Bad things happen that game. They end up losing Kenny Pickett for what I think is honestly might have been announced like the season. So, that is actually really bad. And you gotta hope he gets better. Because, I mean, no offense to Mitch Trubisky, I don't think he has what it takes to lead this Steelers team into the playoffs. No matter how good Mike Tomlin is, maybe you get another 9-8 season, but I don't think you're making the playoffs. Especially in the AFC. 15, we have the Seahawks. They're going to be going down 3 spots. They end up losing on Thursday night in a 41-35 game against the Cowboys. Congrats to them, honestly, for keeping it close. It's just unfortunate because now you have a really tough stretch of games. And, well, the Cowboys was a tough stretch of games. And you could be looking at a potential 6-8 record. And that could, say it's over for your season. So, and it really sucks because I love this Seahawks teams. It's just you guys didn't win like early in the season when it counted most. So now you're in a tough situation where you have to beat these good teams in order to get in. 14, we have the Browns. They're going to be staying the same. They end up losing to the Rams, which is unfortunate. But I don't think it's going to hurt them too much. I mean, they're still in the playoffs at the moment. It's just not looking very good for them. 13, as you may have saw, as I accidentally leaked it, we have the Bengals. They're going to be going up 3 spots. They end up winning 34-31 on overtime Monday night in the battle of the backups, even though Trevor Lawrence played majority of the game. Jake Browning looked like he's been doing this for years, which is a very good sign if you're a Bengals fan. But now it's going to come down to, is he able to continue this? Is this going to be a Mike White moment where he just has that one magical game and then fades? 12, we have the Colts. They're going to be going up a spot. They managed to beat the Titans. They're still kicking. And like I said, it's hard not to root for this team. This is legit the underdog team. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like a good, horrible pick? They managed to get a rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterback gets injured out for the season. Leads it up to the backup quarterback. And he's doing it right now. And a first-year head coach as well. I mean, come on. 11, we have the Bills. They're going to be staying the same. They had a bye week. 10, we have the Broncos. 9, we have the Texans. They're going to be going down a spot, the Broncos, up a spot, the Texans. The Texans beat the Broncos 22-17. And this pretty much makes the Texans' road to the playoffs way more easier, where the Broncos is way tougher now that the Texans have the tiebreaker no matter what. So, I mean, this could spell an end to the Broncos, run. But they ain't out of it. There's still 5 games to go. I mean, they're only a game out, a game and a half. Don't count them out yet. 8, we have the Jaguars. They're going to be going down a spot. They end up losing to the Bengals 34-31 in OT on Monday night. And that really hurts because they were in a great situation where if they won out, they would win the 1 seed. And, of course, the first game they get that scenario when they lose. Typical Jaguars. And now they only have a game lead in the division, so be careful. I mean, don't count the Colts or the Texans out right now. 7, we have the Lions. They're going to be going up a spot. They managed to pull off the win against the Saints. Granted, it was way closer than I'm sure they would have liked, but a win is a win. And that really helps their division cause because I believe they have a chance to punch their ticket into the... No, they don't. But, I mean, they could be one move away after this week if they play their cards right. Number 6, we have the Chiefs down 4 spots. I mean, how do you manage to lose to the Packers? This is actually bad. This Chiefs team is having its weaknesses shown, and it's not looking good. So, Kansas City, I'm rooting for you because, well, I just feel bad for you. But at the same time, it's about time you guys crumbled. 5, Ravens staying the same day at a bye week. 4, Dolphins up 2 spots. Yet again, proven why their offense is arguably the best in the league. And I don't even know if it's much of an argument. It might just be a fact at this point. I mean, 45 points. Tyreek Hill, 1 step closer to a 2K yard season. This Dolphins team controls their destiny, I believe. If they win out, they win the 1 seed. So let's see it. 3, we got the Cowboys. They're gonna be staying the same. Unfortunately, I just think 2 and 1 are better. Ravens. 2 and 1. We got the Eagles at 2 and the 49ers at 1. Eagles down a spot, 49ers up 3 spots. The 49ers embarrassed the Eagles at home in the revenge game. And it really shows that the 49ers definitely have an argument when they said they could have competed in that game if they still had Purdy. Because they showed it. They showed they were not over it. And they finally got their get back. Unfortunately, 49ers fans, it's not the playoffs, so, don't get too comfortable, especially now that the fact that the Eagles still have the 1 seed, even though you do have the tiebreaker over them. But that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time with predictions. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.